Okay, so I'm nervous about this, but let's get it started. Because I've been stewing on this now for about a month, and I have been putting it off. So now I have to do this because it just needs to be done. My name is Jason. I live in Morgantown, West Virginia, and I need to do an announcement, but I'm going to backtrack a little bit. When I was 16 years old, I was in this place called Camp on Craig. It was a camp for bad people, bad kids, anger management problems, and of the such. And that's where I was at. And while I was there, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's near Newcastle, Virginia. And we went on these excursions. One of these excursions was a hiking trip. And it went to a place near Apple Orchard Falls, Virginia. It was near Arcadia. Beautiful. I think it was like the first time I ever went actually hiking with like a backpack, like clothes and sleeping bag and tent on my back. And you go down this trail, you get to the falls, you hike near the falls, you go up and around. And we camped near the top of the falls. Beautiful view, awesome. But you keep going up this trail, the Apple Orchard Falls Trail, and it connects with the Appalachian Trail. And we started heading south on the Appalachian Trail. And I don't know the name of the shelter that we went to. And I don't even know how many miles we went. We camped at one of the shelters. And then we headed back the next day. And we hit a little side trail. And we went down, I think it's the Caldwell Road Trail to where our vans were parked, and went back. It was about 3 days. And ever since then, I've had it in my mind that I've wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail. Granted, at 16 years old, I thought the trail was like 50, 60 miles long. I never knew, at that point, it was like I never knew that the trail was like 2,000 miles. And that was back then, it was like 2,000 miles. And back then, it was not many people would hike the trail all the way through. And that's the truth. I mean, I think in 2000, there was maybe 1,500 people. In my life, I've gone through a lot of stuff, a lot of difficulties. But there's always been the outdoors for me. There's always been the woods and the forests, camping. And I've always enjoyed it. I find that the greatest peace for me is out in the woods. Let's go ahead and fast forward. 2016, I started realizing that there was something really wrong. And I found out that I had really bad PTSD from the events of my life. Panic disorder, severe anxiety. But we always knew I had depression. That's always been a problem. And I think it was then I started really getting back into hiking. And it was really just trails. I was living in Manassas, Virginia, and I would go to the battlefield and I would hike the trails there. And I loved it. It just brought so much peace to me. And I lost a bunch of weight, and I was starting to really get back into it. I moved out here to West Virginia to continue college. I had started college out there, and I transferred to West Virginia University to get my degree, and I was hiking out here at Cooper's Rock State Forest, Cranberry Wilderness, up by Spruce Knob, random places around the state. And I made the decision then that I was going to hike the Appalachian Trail. It was going to happen. And I bought the backpack. I started collecting gear. I graduated college, and I was going to go, and I decided to go to grad school. And then during the whole grad school period, I was out in Harrisonburg, Virginia, going to James Madison University, and it was right next to Shenandoah National Park, and the Appalachian Trail goes through there. So I was going to hike parts of that, and during the summer, I was going to do things involved with the trail, and really start getting geared up for when I graduate. I was going to do it. And that's when things started going horribly wrong. Emotionally and physically, I broke down. And I can't describe it, but I was literally broken. Everything fell apart in my life. And I found myself, and throughout 2023 and the beginning of 2024, in and out of the hospital. Mostly with cellulitis in my legs. I had edema. I found out I had congestive heart failure. I gained a whole bunch of weight. And throughout 2024, I worked towards getting better. I've lost over 100 pounds. And I know I've got a ways to go. And now we're sitting here on January 20th, 2025. And I am making this commitment that next year, either in February or March, I have not decided yet, I'm going to begin and attempt a through hike on the Appalachian Trail, starting at Springer Mountain, and really work towards my dream. This is my motivation right now. This is everything that I have to work for. I have to do this, and I want to do this. And I've actually gone and I've sold a lot of my camping equipment off, all my hiking gear, and I'm going to begin to start collecting it again now. I have support with people, and I'm hoping that this is the beginning of a fantastic journey that leads to amazing things afterwards as well. That leads to me improving my life, me becoming a better person, and me becoming more mentally sound, more healed. I guess that's the best word I could put it, to becoming more of a fuller person. Because at this moment I feel very empty and alone and isolated. I have isolated myself off, and I have to get out of it. And I need to be working towards something, and this is it. I think this is it. This is the time to start doing it. And I don't know what this next year is going to bring, but at this moment, this is my commitment to myself and to people that are close to me, that have supported me and have always believed in me, that I'm going to start at Springer next year and just work my way all the way north to Katahdin and just fulfill this dream that I've always had. So that's what this video is all about. And I hope that whoever watches it and whoever finds it has encouraging words, any kind of advice, any kind of support that they can give would be very much appreciated. But I'm doing this for me, and I have to do it. I feel this absolute urge. So I really hope that, like I said, whoever finds this has something to say that's positive. So thank you very much. Again, this is it. I'm making that announcement. I'm saying that 2026 is my year, and I'm definitely on my way up, and I'm definitely working towards something. So again, thank you.